the Arabs, the Canaanites, and the Mesopotamians. These are the true descendants of Abraham from both bloodlines, from the bloodline of Ishmael and the bloodline of Isaac. They are the true believers. They are the chosen people of God. They are the true followers of the Abrahamic faith. Not one single Jewish scholar or rabbi claim that Abraham was a Jew, or Isaac was a Jew, or Jacob was a Jew, or even his 12 children, 12 sons were Jews, because they know that all these people lived 2,000 years before Judaism came to exist. To be a Jew is to belong to Judaism, is to belong to the race that received the Torah during the time of Moses. And this happened centuries after Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and his 12 sons. Judaism received its name from Judah. Judah is the fourth son of Jacob. Yet, Judah is not the father of Judaism. Judah lived centuries before Judaism emerged. The 12 tribes of Israel themselves, which supposedly derived or descended from the 12 children of Israel, did not live during the time of the 12 sons of Jacob. They lived centuries after. They lived around the 12th century BC and between the 12th century BC and 9th century BC, before the Assyrian occupation or the Assyrian invasion to the Holy Land, and then several centuries later, in the 5th century, the Babylonian exile, which left no one alive. So to claim that Abraham was a Jew, or Isaac was a Jew, or Jacob was a Jew, or his 12 children were Jews is absolutely false. And this opinion is not part of the unanimous opinion of most Jewish scholars and rabbis and historians. Well, what about Egyptians? Do they fall under the same category? Are they the descendants of Abraham? Are they worthy of inheriting the land as well, and they fall under God's promise to Abraham? Well, yes, because first of all, the mother of Ishmael was Egyptian. And Ishmael married an Egyptian woman as well when he migrated to Arabia. But not only this, even the children of Jacob and Jacob himself migrated to Egypt. When Joseph was lost and years later was found in Egypt, when Joseph became the minister of Egypt, and he sent word to his father Jacob that he is still alive. Jacob and the 12 sons of Jacob, meaning the 12 sons of Israel, they all migrated to Egypt, and they lived in prosperity under the ministry of Joseph. Joseph was the only prophet of God from the 12 children of Jacob, meaning the 12 children of Israel. Remember now, 10 of his brothers, 10 of Jacob's sons attempted to kill Joseph. They threw him in a well, but he survived, and travelers took him to Egypt. This is where he was adopted, and this is where he prospered. This is where he grew up. This is where he lived. And then when he was old enough and powerful enough, he sent word to his father Jacob, and his father Jacob was happy. And the 10 children of Jacob repented, and they all migrated to Egypt. And this is where they lived, the descendants, the true descendants of Abraham through the bloodline of Isaac and Jacob, and the 12 sons of Jacob, the 12 sons of Israel. And this is where the 12 tribes of Israel truly emerged, in Egypt. And they remained there under enslavement many years after the ministry of Joseph, centuries after, when the 12 tribes of Israel emerged, and when Moses was sent to them to free them from slavery. Where did they go? Well, they fled from Egypt towards the Holy Land, but they remained in Sinai. They never reached the Holy Land, because when Moses was receiving the revelation, the 10 Commandments and the Torah, when he returned, these same exact people took a golden calf, an idol, and started worshiping it. They did not keep the covenant with God. We are talking about the children of the 12 tribes of Israel. These are the so-called descendants of the 12 children of Israel. But they have gone astray. Not all the 12 tribes of the children of Israel were righteous. Not all of them were believers. Some of them were believers, and the majority of them were idolaters. And given the fact that Egypt was the land of many gods, this is where they lived, and this is what they worshipped. They worshipped various gods, and they worshipped idols, and they were never true believers until Moses was sent to them. And this is where Moses tried to bring them back to pure monotheism, but they failed miserably, and they broke the covenant. And this is why God Almighty ordained that they will never reach the Holy Land, and they remained lost in the desert of Sinai for 40 years until all of them perished, all of them died, including Moses and including Aaron, his brother. The only people who survived were their children, the young children who were innocent and then grew old and learned from Moses and learned from Joshua after Moses, and they renewed the covenant with God, and then they returned back to Canaan, to Palestine. They conquered Palestine, and they returned back to the same place where their ancestors lived, meaning Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and the 12 sons of Jacob before they migrated to Egypt. So you see, modern day Jews do not relate whatsoever to Abraham or Isaac or Jacob or the 12 sons of Jacob or even the 12 tribes of Israel. All these Israelis, modern day Israelis, belong to Europe. They are European colonizers who have hijacked the religion of Judaism, have hijacked the name Judah, hijacked the name Israel, hijacked the bloodline of Abraham to basically invade the Holy Land, conquer the Holy Land, occupy the Holy Land, and claim that it is theirs.